Hello and welcome. You are watching News9 Live. My name is Pankaj Mishra. With me again is Brijesh Pandey, the political editor for News9 Live. Now, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. This is a name that is echoing and resonating in the Indian politics quite a lot these days. And with Maharashtra and the political parties in the state actually defending it, no matter which political party is actually claiming or counterclaiming his legacy. That is something which is playing out right now in Maharashtra politics. Seen as both a freedom fighter and Hindutva ideologue, Hindu Mahasabha stalwart VD Savarkar's legacy remains contentious. Such is the divisiveness surrounding Savarkar that his name still to this day ends up in controversy. In the latest, Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has announced that the upcoming 140th birth anniversary of Savarkar on May 28th will be celebrated as Swantantrya Veer Gaurav Din. It comes after the Maharashtra government launched a 5-day Savarkar Gaurav Yatra, who many believe was an attempt to put the Uddhav-led Mahavikas Aghadi in the dock. Now, Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde also questioned Uddhav Thackeray's commitment to the Hindutva, daring him to walk out of the MVA. The move to mark Savarkar on May 28th by the BJP-Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena combined in Maharashtra is also being seen as an attempt to double down on just what the Hindutva icon means for the party amid the remarks by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi after his disqualification from the parliament, in which he had said that, I quote here, "My name is not Savarkar, I am a Gandhi and I won't apologize." Underscoring the rift, Uddhav Thackeray has also warned Rahul Gandhi over his remark on Savarkar, asserting that his party regarded Savarkar as a deity. Uddhav was quoted as saying, "I say openly to Rahul Gandhi that while we have come together in this fight against the BJP to save the constitution and democracy, Savarkar is our deity. We will not tolerate any insult to him." So this is basically, it goes without any saying that the Savarkar controversy has become a sore spot in the relationship between the Uddhav faction of the Shiv Sena and the Congress. As mentioned earlier, now joining me in the studio is Brijesh Pandey, our political editor, and senior journalist Kiran Tare too joins us from Mumbai. Kiran, first of all, beginning with you, the sentiments around Veer Savarkar is something that is very sacrosanct when it comes to Maharashtra, cutting across all political lines except for Congress though, and of course for the BJP. What is it that as of now unites the Savarkar factor, that unites all the political parties in Maharashtra?
No, I would say that even the Congress people in Maharashtra, they also feel that Savarkar is a very sacrosanct subject. Just because Rahul Gandhi is saying something against, they are not open, they can't dare to go against him. That is the only reason. Otherwise, the Maharashtra Congress people are also, they are of the view that Savarkar should not be touched because he is highly respectable person, highly respectable personality in the state of Maharashtra. What unites all the political parties? There are 2-3 reasons. First of all, son of the soil is such a strong issue in Maharashtra even after 70 years that anyone, whether it is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj or whether it is Swantantrya Veer Savarkar, nobody will like to hear anything against them. Even if you are talking something against or criticizing a stalwart from the state, whether it's for a sports person like Sachin Tendulkar or any other person, a politician or a laureate or anyone else, people are not willing to listen anything against their deity. That is the only reason. The second thing, since there is a Hindutva-oriented government in the state right now, there is a competition between Uddhav Thackeray's faction and Eknath Shinde's faction to prove that they are carrying the real legacy of the Hindutva ideology. Eknath Shinde has been accusing Uddhav Thackere that he has given up the Hindutva. He is not doing much towards his Hindutva-oriented cadre. The cadre is very frustrated with Uddhav Thackere for going closer to the Muslim community. And on the other hand, Uddhav Thackere is trying to project that we have not gone away from the Hindutva ideology. We are still very much in Hindutva, but we are not following the BJP principles. Our Hindutva is different from what the BJP has defined Hindutva as. This is the battle of supremacy. This is the battle of who is carrying the real legacy of Hindutva. Of course, Swantantrya Veer Savarkar is one of the points, but I can see in the future that people will be coming on the streets fighting against each other, claiming that they are the real heirs of even Shiv Sena chief, the late Balasaheb Thackeray, because he was also considered as the staunch Hindutva supporter. So it is all about claiming the legacy. It is all about claiming the real patronage to the Hindutva ideology. And the simple reason is that the elections are closer. Unless and until the elections are closer, Maharashtra politicians don't go for all this shouting and calling by names. The only reason elections are closer and everybody is trying to project that they are the real Hindutva-oriented party.
Right.
Simple reason.
Right, Kiran, stay with us. Brijesh, obviously, what Kiran says, obviously the elections are closer and all the parties have good reason to defend Savarkar. Now, speaking in context of the bigger political scenario in the country, we have seen Congress having a foot in the mouth situation when Rahul Gandhi chose to say that I am Gandhi, I am not Savarkar, I won't apologize. And lo and behold, every political party started slamming Rahul Gandhi. Now, this stature, do you believe this is one of the trump cards that BJP has in its kitty?
Well, I think, what BJP has in its kitty is the fact that they have been accusing Uddhav Thackeray of diluting the hard Hindutva politics late Balasaheb Thackeray has been practicing.
Right.
And this is one area where they feel that they can really corner Uddhav Thackeray, and this is the reason why right from Eknath Shinde to many Maharashtra leaders, they have been saying that, Uddhav has compromised on the Hindutva agenda, on the Hindutva plank. And this is the reason why, the late Balasaheb Thackeray would also not be happy in the heaven, given the condition of the party in the state of Maharashtra. Devendra Fadnavis, Eknath Shinde, almost all the BJP leaders and its allies, partners, they have been accusing Uddhav of this. And in the middle of this, comes Rahul Gandhi, who starts slamming Savarkar by saying, that I'm not Savarkar, thereby saying that, I'm not the one who's going to apologize. It created a very complex situation for Uddhav Thackeray. If he doesn't retaliate on Veer Savarkar issue, then he will be taken as, or the impression will gain ground that yes, what is being said by Devendra Fadnavis, what is being said by the other BJP leaders, and also the Eknath faction, that Uddhav Thackeray has compromised or diluted his stand on hard Hindutva, will look like that it is the reality.
Right.
And this is the reason why Uddhav Thackeray, when Rahul Gandhi kept on hitting at Savarkar issue, on start using the term Savarkar as a disparaging remark, by not only by him but also by other senior Congress leaders, somebody like Jairam Ramesh and others.
Right.
This is the reason why, a week back there was a meeting between Sharad Pawar, who had a word with Sonia Gandhi, and it was tried to convey to him. In this meeting, Rahul Gandhi was also present, Sanjay Raut also was there, and in this meeting it was conveyed to Gandhis that, it's a very contentious, politically contentious issue in the state of Maharashtra. Whatever situation Uddhav Thackeray might gain by, claiming himself as a martyr or somebody who has been stabbed in his back by Eknath Shinde or being deserted by the BJP, all that capital will be frittered away if Gandhis don't stop using the word Savarkar. And I think this is the reason why Rahul Gandhi, as per reports, he said that he feels very strongly on the subject, but he also realized that, if he doesn't keep silent on Savarkar, then it has the potential of torpedoing MVA in Maharashtra. And that is one area where, there have been a couple of surveys and all which says that in 2024, if they're able to stitch together, remain together, they might pose a serious dent to the BJP. And this is the reason why in the last 1 week, Pankaj, there has been no mention of Savarkar.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Rahul Gandhi toed the line what Sharad Pawar asked him to. Kiran, help us understand here, Savarkar as a freedom fighter and Savarkar as a Hindutva icon. Where does Congress get it wrong? Because for Maharashtra, obviously, he is all-inclusive and is respected in all his forms and roles. But given the elections are also approaching, as you mentioned, and Congress, NCP, and Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena need to stick together at least to weather that storm, which is coming especially in 2024 for them. Do you believe that they can manage to stay together, or will there be someone breaking the ranks?
Interestingly, all the Congress leaders except Rahul Gandhi had acknowledged Swantantrya Veer Savarkar as a great freedom fighter. This is on record. This is nothing fictitious. Everybody had acknowledged him as a great leader. But somehow, Rahul Gandhi has got an impression that Savarkar is the founder of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha, RSS, which is the main enemy of Congress for Rahul Gandhi right now, which is not the fact. Many people don't know that Savarkar had kept a distance from RSS when Dr. Keshav Bairam Medgewar, the founder of RSS, was alive. Even in those days, Savarkar had maintained that he will lead the Hindu Mahasabha and Sangha, the RSS, will be running a parallel organization. They might have same ideology, they might have the same opinion about Hindu Rashtra, but their style of functioning, their organization setup were completely different. Here it is the point Rahul Gandhi is going wrong. He believes that RSS and Savarkar are one and the same. It is not. Sharad Pawar tried to convey him that the same message that you don't link RSS with Savarkar. That will be a wrong impression. That is how Rahul Gandhi has stopped his tirade against the issue and particularly Savarkar. Now, when it comes to the uniting Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi, as Brajesh rightly pointed out that if the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi remains together, there will be a very difficult challenge for the BJP to survive in the state. We have seen in the by-election of Pune that there was a constituency called as Kasbapet, where the BJP lost the by-election after 27 years, just because the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi stayed united and they worked in tandem. If the situation continues, if there is no breakaway, if the alliance goes on as it is, whether somebody accepts lesser seats or bigger seats, there will be their internal issues. But if the alliance remains intact, BJP could not win even 10 seats. That is the surveys are showing. So now what are the options for the BJP? BJP is trying to break the alliance. BJP will try to put in some rebellion candidates in front of the official MBA candidates. BJP will try to break away NCP from Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi. It cannot go with the Congress. It cannot go with the Uddhav-led Shiv Sena. So the only soft target could be the Nationalist Congress Party. And we are getting fillers in last couple of days from the statements of Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar that the NCP is not now considering BJP as an untouchable party. Right, they might join hands, as we discussed yesterday. They might join hands in future. They are preparing a ground for that. So BJP has the only one option: break the MBA and get a benefit out of that. If that doesn't happen, BJP will have to find out the rebellion candidates, the rebels. The BJP will pump up them. The BJP will financially support them. The BJP will try to ensure that the rebels get maximum votes. Here again, I will give an example of Pune constituency. There is a constituency called as Chinswad, which is on the outskirts of Pune. In the by-election here just last month, there was a rebel candidate of NCP. And that is because of the rebel candidate took more than 25,000 votes. The BJP could win the seat very easily. Had the rebel candidate was not there, the BJP would have lost it. BJP would have lost both the seats. In one seat, the MB remained together. In another seat, they could not contain the rebellion. That's how the BJP got benefit of that. So my guess is that BJP's only intention will be break, divide, and rule.
Right. Brijesh, going by the possible scenarios that Kiran has just listed out, obviously BJP, as any political party would do, is trying to make inroads into Maharashtra. No doubt they have their deputy chief minister as of now over there, but a better stronghold is something that any political party would want. NCP, the feelers that Kiran is talking about are very real. We have heard Sharad Pawar also. But help us understand, how strong would be, or is it that Uddhav-led Shiv Sena faction is clutching onto the last straws that they have for their survival, because they seem to be the weakest link in the ring here?
Well, I don't agree that they are the weakest link right now. But one thing is for sure, that if Mahavikas Aghadi gets divided, then every link is the weak link. It's not like the Congress is going to win the entire state on its own, or the Shiv Sena is going to do that thing on its own, or the NCP would get it done on its own. So it'll be very, very interesting to see, what the NCP does in the next 4-5 months. Because if NCP deserts or NCP leaves Mahavikas Aghadi, then I think it's going to be the pitch is going to be a lot more smoother for the BJP, to even to the extent of, forming government on its own, or, having a truck with the NCP.
Right.
But if Mahavikas Aghadi, it doesn't break, the combination doesn't break, then, as he was mentioning, has been reported a lot that, that the combined might of MVA trumped BJP into a RSS stronghold, which they've been winning for decades. So, the writing is on the wall, and you see, the point is that there are going to be two messages if NCP breaks. A, it'll look like, they made a fool of everybody all over again, and B, cautioning Rahul Gandhi on the issue of Thackeray, and Rahul Gandhi backtracking on the issue. Now it's a public knowledge, and then also kind of mollifying Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray faction to not be that, rabid Hindutva party.
Flag bearer.
So like slightly, moderated version. Even they would be taken aback because, they have compromised a bit so that, all three parties could stand together. So if NCP leaves, then it's going to be very, very difficult for Congress and Shiv Sena to challenge the BJP on their own, alone.
Absolutely.
So that is going to be one tricky area which both Uddhav Thackeray as well as the Congress party would be very keenly looking to.
Absolutely. And Kiran, obviously, as it was mentioned earlier too, that no one knows what's going on in Sharad Pawar's mind. So he would be opening his cards maybe 5 or 6 months down the line. But in your opinion, what is it that Congress can do as of now? Because I'm mentioning Congress because they are finding themselves in troubled waters every now and then. What is happening in Karnataka, what is happening in Rajasthan is something that they need to get their house in order. So from Congress's point of view, where does the Congress in Maharashtra stand as of now?
In last election, 2019 election, the Congress had got only 16% votes in Maharashtra. And the Congress party believes that whenever it gets less than 20% votes, the party is wiped out from the state politics. It happened in Uttar Pradesh, it happened in Gujarat, it happened in West Bengal, it happened in Bihar also, till last election. So they are trying to recapture that 20% vote base. Their only intention is that getting from 16% to 20%. They are not very ambitious. They want to make their relevance intact. So what Congress can do, Congress can take a backseat, as we saw in the situation of Savarkar's issue, where Rahul Gandhi chose not to utter a word after Sharad Pawar's caution. So Congress will take a backseat, Congress will compromise, Congress will try to keep the alliance intact. But there are another speculations also on the front that in a case, if there some differences emerges, then Congress will be different. Congress will contest the elections apart from the alliance of Shiv Sena and NCP. NCP and Shiv Sena will be in alliance and Congress will contest separately. That is also one of the possibility which is being discussed in the state right now. I don't think that is going to happen because Congress has to take a backseat and Congress has to keep its relevance intact. That is why Congress will go after this Shiv Sena and NCP alliance, which is of course the part of Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi. Congress will take some lesser seats. Anyway, in last Lok Sabha election, they had only one MP elected from Chandrapur, so they cannot bargain on more number of seats. They will be happy if they are getting lesser number of seats. I heard that Congress is agreeing with 10 seats, not more than 10 seats. They will be happy with that. Congress and Rashtravari Congress and Shiv Sena, they will take a bigger share. But in the assembly election, Congress will go for more than 50 seats. That is what their intention is. I think Congress, that will be a very much honorable deal for Congress also, because anyway, they have only one MP, and even if they are getting 10 seats, that will be an honor for the Congress.
Right, losing ground there. But Brijesh, now we just saw half an hour back, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi were warmly received in Wayanad, and obviously Rahul and Priyanka both addressed a gathering in Wayanad, which happens to be Rahul Gandhi's MP seat. There were also in Wayanad, as the cavalcade was passing, as that bus was passing, there were posters, "I am not Savarkar." That was also there. And now we are hearing that BJP is hammering Uddhav Thackeray that why has he till now not condemned that act. So once again, do you think that Congress is backing down when it comes to not involving Savarkar's name into the way they have been doing so far?
Oh, 100%. They don't have any other option. See, they are right now, the way they are politically placed, they are slightly more powerful than any powerful regional party. And this is the reason why the Gandhis are taking a backseat or going back on an issue which they feel very strongly about. The reason why Eknath Shinde's move that we are going to celebrate Veer Savarkar, Swantantrya Veer Divas and all. The only reason is to put pressure on Shiv Sena and Congress party.
Absolutely.
And there's no other reason for them to do it. And whatever posters were there, I think the Gandhis would also not have liked it, because they understand. It's not like they don't understand where exactly they stand vis-a-vis their political footprints are concerned.
Right.
And if this situation comes or becomes a bit more intolerable, I think their position in the coalition, which is Mahavikas Aghadi, will become extremely untenable.
Right.
The interesting thing is, as Kiran was also mentioning, one of the biggest problem for the Congress has been, in most of the states where they have been a coalition partner, is that they have a tendency to punch above their weight. As a political party, it's absolutely all right to demand as many seats as you get.
Right.
But there has to be also realistic expectation of whether you are able to convert even 20-30% of the seats which you have asked for. The case in example is the state of Bihar. Where they asked for a number of seats, and when the conversion, seats fought to seats one conversion happened, they were being seen as the laggards who practically pulled down the coalition back in Bihar. So I think if they don't adopt a pragmatic approach in the Mahavikas Aghadi and still go for the way they have gone in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh and others, then I think the situation will become very, very untenable. It's like right now it has to be a guerrilla warfare if we want to take on BJP, especially in the state of Maharashtra.
Well, nothing less would be needed in order to take on the mighty BJP there in 2024. Kiran, in your opinion, how do you see it? Do you believe that Congress till now is honouring its alliance partners' interests in Maharashtra? We saw posters of I am not Savarkar once again in Wayanad today.
So the Maharashtra State Congress President Nana Patole, he tried to give an impression that Congress is not happy with Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar are doing. But ultimately it is a coalition, compulsion. He has to take a backseat. He has to agree with what the other two parties are saying. Because Nana Patole was saying that Savarkar issue was not a part of our common minimum program. We will keep on attacking Savarkar. But immediately next day, he had to withdraw his statement, and he had to toe the line of Uddhav Thackeray that Savarkar is a very honorable person. So I think Congress doesn't have any option, because Congress is not a very strong party in the state. Anyway, the beggars can't be choosers. The same is applicable to Congress in Maharashtra only. Congress cannot ask for more than what it can chew. Congress cannot ask for more than its strength. So Congress will be happy if the alliance continues, but in case the alliance breaks away, I think Congress will be the biggest loser.
Right, Congress will be the biggest loser here. Brijesh, not long ago, we also talking about the Adani issue. The way NCP leader Sharad Pawar asked and mentioned that there are other issues also that need attention on, like jobs, like inflation. Obviously, that is also not hidden from anyone. So do you believe that Rahul Gandhi, in its own partners, they are not trying to keep them happy in any way? And secondly, the partners are also either showing them their teeth or also asking Congress to do course correction. How long do you think this patch-up work will go, or do you believe that it is going to happen sooner or later, that the guillotine falls on the ties?
Well, I think, you have to understand that politics is like the law, politics follows the laws of jungle. If you are powerful, people stay away from you. If you're not powerful, people start encroaching your territory. They test you inch by inch. And the second they realize that you are not in a position to defend yourself, they move in lock, stock, barrel. That is how it happens. See, the thing is that, you have to also learn as the oldest party and the party with the biggest presence and all, you have to learn from even the smallest ally possible. If you remember, the election which Tejasvi Yadav and the Bihar election, there were a lot of talks, there were a lot of questions, pointed questions being put to Tejasvi Yadav, saying what do you have to say about this incident, they have to say about that incident. And he stuck to one common phrase that, I want to talk only about jobs, I want to talk about only about, development, I only want to talk about what the central government has done on this thing. and it worked wonders for him, because, when you're fighting someone who is on its political apogee, right now the BJP as a party who could do no wrong. I mean, you take a step and it works wonder for him. There comes a time in life for every party. So at that point of time, why would you want to play on their pitch? So, people who have tried to carefully carve out a separate pitch for themselves, like Arvind Kejriwal's party, Aam Aadmi Party. There were a lot of talks about anti-CEA protest, how do you deal with it? They didn't speak a single word on anti-CEA protest.
No, they didn't.
And it paid them rich political dividends, because they knew that a second one statement will come on that, they'll get twisted, they'll be bombarded by every side. So Congress also has to, to adapt itself to the changing reality. Unfortunately, they're not able to do that.
Well, not replying in the same coin, that's what at least happened. Our Congress never also responded to the Aam Aadmi Party members, especially Manish Sisodia, going to jail. And that stoic silence was mentioned by Arvind Kejriwal too in the days to come. Well, we will be keeping a close eye on what transpires, what happens in Maharashtra. And obviously, as the state government has announced, Swantantrya Veer Divas is something that the state government would be commemorating in the honor of Veer Damodar Savarkar. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more news and updates.